All right, we appear to be back in action. There's Antionette and Phil Simborg looking around,
G never gets tired of talking.
looking
He could
nasty
be
in
for
my
hours and
direction.
hours. Like I said,
Um,
I would
nice to see
pay
both of
to
them.
have
Both
cake
have been
and
around
just
a
tell me
long
stories
time.
all afternoon.
I've been well acquainted with both for many, many years.
These stories and Savadi stories.
Phil Simborg often is
All
doing
right.
a lot of
Good luck,
commentary,
young
so you
lady.
can probably heard him before. Antoinette's just such a delight. I have nothing but nice things to say about her. All right, off we go. This is round 2 or something of the fighters bracket,
He fell for the bait.
9-point match,
He fell for the bait.
and they're off and running. Standard fare so far: 2 in, 6 out. You know, try to get the back checkers moving, cover the board, hope to make she's not going to hit that. She's going to make the 5-point. There's just too many rehits. If she hits, it doesn't really gain that much. The 5-point is there forever. Phil, unless he can make his own 5-point, will jump out and make the 18-point. You can tell from their hands which is which because the guy is wearing more jewelry than the girl. And I'll tell you in a minute whether he's got better nails or not. I think probably not. All right, nice. Phil's got both bar points, his own 5-point. Antoinette, well, this is sort of interesting. I think she has to hit that. She doesn't have to, but I think she should hit that and then try to escape. Phil will hit back when possible, which he did rather easily. 4-3, probably off the midpoint. I think, the 8-point's part of the blockade he's trying to build. The midpoint is not.
Anything bad about me?
I don't know why he's scolding Antoinette. This is, and I don't know if there's a sound link there. I can't hear it. Now I've got another phone call. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second.
Jamaica, man, trash talk is okay, baby.
Absolutely, it's called for. It's necessary. I got him by the cojones.
How can I miss you when you won't go away? My favorite country western song title.
You can't think this long. Going home, James.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Sure I can. Bring down a builder.
Any other structured stuff today, or you just make it up as you go at your hotel?
If you're out of the name, then yeah, we'll get you the speed cannon, Mizuki.
They're going on today.
Yeah.
This
And
is
they're just being
nice.
structured as time goes, or you?
Yeah.
So later throughout the day.
Getting ready for the onslaught. Nice play, very nice play. Very, very nice. So this is tree.
Sorry about that. Had to step away for a second. Meanwhile, what have I missed? What I've missed is Antoinette's got a very powerful position. Well, the question is that checker in back doing more good or harm? It may be hurting Phil more than helping him. I think because she can attack and point on that checker, I think this is good she didn't. I was about to say a pretty good double for Antoinette. And she then rolled her arguably worst possible roll. Phil now needs a 2 to be right back into it. Now Antoinette may well be too good. Don't do that. Think a minute. Think a minute.
That's the rule.
Think a minute. Think a
Touch the
minute.
cube.
I touched it.
Think a minute. He can't possibly take this. There's if you're listening to me last match, or maybe there was the one before, something turns around. All of a sudden, you've got your game is clearly very powerful, and you reach for the cube, and you may have just made one of the biggest errors of the
He's
match.
gonna get a lot of ammunition
I
right
quoted
here. His favorite thing is
the late great Paul McGrill, whom I interact quite a bit with from going back 50 years. And one of the things he told me, and anybody else who would listen, but certainly me, way back then, was he felt some of the biggest errors experts and non-experts alike made was cashing games that were too good. And it's often psychological. You know, it's nip or tuck. Oh my God, I've left a shot. Oh my God, he missed. Now I can double. No. Maybe he missed, and now you can play on for a gamut. And I believe that was the case we just witnessed. All right. In any event, here we are in the next game. Antoinette leads 1-0, and
Getting a major hum job.
she's escaped both back checkers, so presumably is well ahead in the race. And now rolled another joker. I think spread out, make as many points as you can. So make that and the 3-point, and then you're going to be looking at a pretty strong cube. Yeah, the 7-point, she could make the 7-point, but I think that it just making an interior point. She's got all of her checkers out. Really challenging. Phil's sort of darned if he does and darned if he doesn't. If he links on the 21 point, then Antoinette can just run by him, play behind him. If he doesn't link on the 21 point, Antoinette can attack it. So she has potentially very strong double coming up. And I think it almost doesn't matter what the race is. I mean, you can see she's got to be up a bit, but I think she's got nothing can really go wrong. I think she had a very strong double there. Now, what to do with this? She could sweep the leg. She could hit both checkers with the 2 blots and Phil's home by. She's a little excited, maybe playing a little too fast. Phil now is filling the board in, and again, I think Antoinette has a pretty strong double here.
I'm gonna roll. All right.
And now she's going to reach a position which maybe if Phil dances here, she's probably actually suddenly too good. Yeah, probably come in and back and make the 3-point. Now she should just double. I don't think this is too good. She should just double and Phil will pass.
I have to take this cube and put it here.
Okay. Nice place to stick it.
I don't know about that. Hopefully he said pass while he was doing that little dipsy-do with the cube. The best thing is really to hit the clock or say pass nice and loud before you pick up a cube and start moving it around. I mean, in the old days, if you didn't say pass and picked up the cube and started waving it around, you just took it whether you intended to or not. So presumably he said pass when he did that little deal. All right, Phil has played 2 checkers down rather than split, presumably because he's behind in the match. Antoinette rolled double 1s, made 2 good points. Phil rolled double 3s and made 2 better points. Well, all things considered, on balance.
Extreme people like us.
That's a little nasty. She can't really play that 4.
Attractive people on the stream.
Yeah, I
It's a
guess.
false impression about
I
you.
guess it's. I'd be looking and trying to find another play, but I'm not sure I see one right away. One thing I can say for sure right now is Antoinette should probably slow down a little bit. They've got an 11-second lag. Get the dice out there as possible and stew a little bit before you move. And I think this is. I think that's probably wrong. I think she probably should have come out to the 18-point. Would have been pointed on, but that might not have been a big deal. Now she needs an ace or an 8 or some 8s. Ace or some 8s. And now Phil's like balking. And I think she can take it. You don't like it, but I think she can take it. I mean, he's got, her chances here are counterattacking when Phil leaves off the 21 point.
On me in the Calcutta.
And meanwhile, she'll try to get her back checkers mobilized as quickly as possible.
Baby.
5-3.
Did you have this?
Isn't that interesting? He can make his 3-point or keep everything pure, but not make a new point. Now an 8 by Antoinette, and she's taking the lead. Yeah, there you go. Same 5-3, same roll for both players. Let's do it. 6-2, double ones. Step on up, grab that. This has now done some serious damage. Whatever question there was about taking, it's gotten much better now. All right, so Antoinette, unless she rolls boxes, basically stands pat. That's sort of annoying. I guess slot the 3-point. You don't really want to leave him a direct shot. Now Phil has to, well, if he rolls a small number, he'll just unstack. If he rolls a big number, he's either got to break his way. He can unstack, or okay, he's just going to rely on his 5' and go. But here, if he does this, Antoinette's got all kinds of, this might be better distribution in the long run. But Antoinette has a free hand to attack, and probably should. And if she gets away with attacking, she should have plenty of time to roll enough 6s to get the last checkers out of there.
Okay,
Well, that looks like a hit and cover. So there's no.
I'm ready.
She didn't see. Oh, poor Antoinette. She didn't see the hit. She played the 6 and then the 4. Well, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, on we go. Now any 2 or 6-6. Any 2 or 6-6, 4-1, no good. You just shuffle around, or you can slot the ace, or shuffle that guy into the, mess him around a little bit. Sort of waiting for boxes to hit a fly shot. In the meantime, build the points in your board. 5-4 doesn't need to leave a shot, so maybe just brings the 4 around and dumps a 5 the ace point. All right, he's gonna leave her some combination or other. I'm not sure there's any reason to even leave the 6-2. It's not like Antoinette's board is getting much better. I mean, she's only got 3-2 to build her 4 points. So yeah, I think there he played. Okay, there, legal play, 4-5. Okay, Antoinette, roll some boxes. Nope. All right. Well, let's go about. Well, maybe slot with a 2 and then split off the midpoint. Diversify your checkers all over the place. Yeah, there was some reason to leave the 6-2 before this point gets built. Well, she can't build it. She can bring lots of builders in place to build it next turn. Now Phil's going to be forced to break off the back, whether he can do it completely safely or not. And that's so 6-2, and the game's up in the air. 6-2, boxes to make the race fun. Ooh, 6-1, so close. All right, build a point. My Antoinette could still get back in the race by boxing his ears. Oh, look at this. Got to break the 7-point unless you want to leave a shot. A little awkward. Okay, now we got 6-2 and 4-4 and some future stuff. That was 4-4 and 6-2. 1-1 is not it. Close the board. Play the other 2 pips. Watch those 6-5s. Another 6-5 would be a mess. Well, he can play all safe. But then what? 2-1? Really poopy. All right. You almost want to low roll a little tiny number, except for you've got racing big still. All right. So mess up break the 6-point and do something. Maybe break the 6-point and bring a checker in, leaving a blot on the 6-point. It might make a difference if she rolls a big doubles and this turns into a race. Now run. Roll boxes, roll 6-4, 6-5. All right, go. She's forced to go. Glad to see that. And now Phil's got some awkward 5s. 5-4 is a bit of a mess. Double ones. 1, 2. Well, cover. Well, I see what he could do. He could cover the cover the 2 and then do something with the checkers on his 8, or he could cover the 3 and play 2 to 1. I think he's right that he has to hit. That leaves no shots. And what's it leave as a possible shot next turn? Oh, look, the sneaky 4-3 is hard to play. But this leaves no shots now. All right, this is okay. Now he's got a. Antionette wants to roll the 3s, keep some long shot racing chances alive. That looks cocked, so she gets another try. 3-6, something like that. Keep your long shot racing chances. Now the sneaky 4-3 leaves a shot. Ooh, close. Okay, we still want to get in 3 anything. Keep some long shot racing chances alive. Good. Yeah, I'll probably bring it in. Again, you want to see what your position looks like if you roll boxes next. That seems that's not a big deal. No 6-3 or big doubles. There you go. There's a shot. Any 2, and it's a closer game. Very close game. Any 2, Antionette. Any 2 to make it exciting. You can do it. Just a deuce. Quack, quack.
That's not fair.
Yes, it's a 2. And I do not believe she should slot.
His best friend? I mean, come on.
Yeah, maybe just hide that. It's not a bad idea. 6-1. You want to cover as many of his 6s. If he doesn't, 6-2. All right, ace or 12. Ace or 12. Any ace or 12. Otherwise, she'll lurk back and wait for that guy coming around. Ace. 12, better yet. Oh, it's a 10. Yes, I see. I think, yeah, maybe. It's tough. That's 8 away, but she doesn't have to break her board. Yeah, had she broken her board, she'd now have a shot. Now she's in big trouble. Needs a couple of doubles. Else she would have missed anyway. And we had some excitement, but it looks like Phil dodged a bullet. Still, one boxes here would be nice. 1 boxes right now. It sets it up for future ones. Oops. Now we're running out of space.
Thank you.
Yeah, she counted out. All big doubles isn't enough. All right, it's now the equivalent of a 7-point match. 7 to go, 7 to go.
It's like my favorite Chicago joke. Guy gets on the bus, he says, "Do you go to the loop?" He says, "No, I go beep beep."
Antoinette's and Phil have been touting this tournament for a long time. I've never managed to, well, I just haven't traveled that far from home for backgammon very much these last bunch of years. All right, runs away with 6-5. Reasonable to come out to the 18-point, reasonable to do almost anything. I mean, probably once your opponent has run, point out, I guess. Also, not silly to run away with your second checker. This worked fairly well. Stole roll. Now gets a second chance to run away. And does. No, run away. Yeah, good, Phil. Now if Antoinette does something rude like dancing, he can consider cubing. If she simply gets in, he doesn't. Oh, she did try dancing. This would be a bluff cube. I think she still has a garbage take, but if Antoinette doesn't do something good now, the cube's not a bluff. You get in with a 3-2 or a 9.
Right in.
I think she's actually maybe supposed to try to wrestle there and step up. Yeah, she can probably still garbage take it. It might have been an easier take if she'd split, even though it's more dangerous. All right, so Antoinette just says, "Okay, I'll sit back here and see if you can put this together." Phil will make the 9-point. It's just sort of a holding point to allow his checkers more flexibility to come home and build the next point. You know, there's still this crazy idea of splitting out with a 6. Or even splitting out with a 4 and try to force the action before Phil's board is stronger still. You know, it's sort of is the best she can hope for to sit back on her anchor and slowly build a board, or can she get some action right now
She wants
that
me
might
to
pay
lose so
off?
she can play me pineapple bluff.
All right,
again and take all my money.
all right, well, she's going to sit tight, try to build her board, and hope to hit something later or have a
That's
better
the
chance to
money,
split.
honey.
Whoa, there goes everything. It's certainly the 5 point, and I don't see any reason not just to go ahead and make the 4 point too. Yeah, do it. You know, this play is more like the early days of computers playing backgammon. They weren't neural nets per se. They were they'd look at every legal position, and the programmer would assign weight to the various things, including builders. And sometimes the computer would bring down extra builders to make a point rather than make the point directly because the weights were a little off. I think that's sort of what Phil did here. Did he just roll another double 4s? Well, I think he's supposed to make the 4 points. That's the point he wants. Now Antionette has a board ready, so hit the 6-3. Ooh, 1 pip off. Continue building her board. That's good. And Phil's a little awkward here. 4-3. Doesn't really want to stack them all up. If he's going to leave the 6-3 there, then he's going to have to stack them all up. And I don't like that. I think he's supposed to leave the 6-3. Yeah, I wish he'd put that 5th checker on out where the black die is. All right, pop him, 6-3. 6-3 is almost a winner, not quite. We had the 3. And no. They'll bring a cover in position and slot it. I mean, there's some reason you're probably going to get a combination shot next turn, so it might not be silly just to bring a couple of builder or yeah, that's a point. All right, so she's banking on hitting a shot straight away and not coming this turn. Might next turn, I get a direct shot next turn. 6-4, 6-5. Spreading out her checkers to get ready in case. 3-1 fills in that noxious hole. Now both boxes and double 5s leave a shot, but Antoinette's going to get ready for. She's got to fill in that 4 point. Not sure why she'd do that rather than put a builder in range, but generally the right idea. No, got a 6 and a 5, but they were separate. Both 6s or both 5s would have been a direct shot. Antoinette should now fill in her 4 point and then hope to get a shot quickly. That fills it in. Phil is safe on all rolls here. He instantly grabs a checker off. That might not be right. These sort of interior gaps are often wrong. Where there's no spares on the interior points of your blockade. Things can get messy. All right. I don't see a shot number. 3-1. And I think at this point, getting off the 6 point's the right idea. And then probably keep it going. Now that sets up 6-4 as an immediate shot number. I'm not sure why he'd do that. I think that's wrong. All right, Antoinette. Stand pat. Definitely stand pat. Now 6-4 is awkward. Double 4s leaves a shot too. Oh, Look, what have we here? This is a game winner. I don't see any reason not to just make it the minimum number of shots. The other one may clean up a little better, but it leaves 2 more shots immediately. Well, Phil can calculate all he wants. I'm leaving the fewest number of shots. The extra checker off is basically meaningless. He's either going to win or lose due to the cube if he gets hit. He won't have a take. So play safe. All right, he's going to leave her the extra shots. How exciting. He's counting something out on his fingers. I'm not sure what. You know, I think that 4th checker's off. I mean, if the game was being played to conclusion, there's a difference between 4 off and 3 off, and maybe that would be a good idea. But the game's not going to be played to conclusion. If she hits the shot, she's going to have a powerful double, which she really can't take. All right, 2 extra shots. Any 5 or 3-2. Any 5 or 3-2. And it's a 4-2. Well, can't move the back checker, so do that. Now, what's Phil got? Boxes leaves a shot. 5s leaves a shot. 3-2 is neat and clean, neat and tidy. No shot next turn. Well, if Antionette runs, then 6-4 and 5-4 leave. If she's forced to run, okay, out, cover. Now 6-4, 5-4, and you might as well cover. 6-4, 5-4, and 4-3 all leave shots. 6-4, 5-4, 4-3. All right, kind of like a 4 up here, Phil. Give her a chance. 6-4, 5-4, 4-3, 6-2. Okay, and definitely from the back. You don't want to leave a double shot next turn. So you play 5-3, good play. I don't know, again, I'm not sure what he's calculating other than you really don't want to have 6-4, 5-4 and leaving double shots. That's silly. All right, take the spare around. You want to be, those are some long shot gammons floating around. Take the spare as far as it'll go. Now 4s and 1s. Most 4s, most 1s. There's a 1. Can't get any checkers off now. There's no reason to hit. No reason to, I mean, I think he wants to, again, cut down the shot numbers. I mean, 3-2 cleans up better, but, you know, 2 extra shot numbers is a lot. Any 3 now, we've got some excitement because she can't redouble right away. Any 3, yes, it's a 3. It is a 3.
There's a good 3 right here.
Don't forget to hit, Antionette. Yeah, Phil's helping her out by showing she has a different 3 she might play. Okay. If you've got no more than 3 fewer checkers off than your opponent, and he's still on the bar, that's generally when you double. So right now, 4, 7, 8. Phil's got 7 checkers off. Antionette should watch for boxes here. No, she didn't watch for boxes. Watch for boxes. She's 7 checkers behind. Ooh, that's perfect. Puts him in a nice smooth row. 7 checkers behind. He's still on the bar. Don't double yet. Yeah, I think take all 3 off. Okay, now she's 4 checkers be off, and he's still on the bar. Although he does have a hole on his ace. That helps Antionette a lot. She's on the edge of having a double right here. 5-4, unlucky, gets no checkers off. Phil wants to get in, preferably big. No, he didn't. Now there's a chance to leave a shot, but now, even if she leaves a shot, if he doesn't hit it, he's in trouble. Okay, he needs a 5 or a 4-1. 5 or a 4-1, 6-3. Okay, now Don't do anything rash, Antoinette. Count out what's happening here. 4, 7, 8, 9. Phil has 10 crossovers and might miss. And you've got 11 cross, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 crossovers. Okay, 6, 2. Now, Phil rolls a little baby thing. We got to reassess here. This is very close. That's a little baby. Now, what's happening? Antoinette has 4, 7, 9. She's got 5 rolls, 9 checkers, and every double works. Double twos work, double ones work. She's got 5 rolls. Phil needs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also 5 rolls, but he's got misses all over the place. This looks like a powerful redouble, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure Phil has a take. The powerful, very powerful redouble.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
That's a good girl.
16?
Yeah, turn it to 16. That's I like that.
You scared me
Okay.
with the 16.
Better yet. I don't think you can
scared
take
me
it.
too much with the
No,
16.
I don't think you can take it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Be interesting to see if she actually had a double the roll before, but she certainly had a powerful double there. That might have been good timing.
I have to
All right, Antoinette takes the lead. 5 to go to 7 to go.
showed me something I didn't know. I had a terrible problem.
This is round 2 or maybe round 3 of the fighters bracket.
I didn't know it would be that tough.
And in my mind, I kind of view this as Antoinette and Phil's tournament. I don't know who's actually behind it and puts it all together, and I apologize for that.
Joe Sylvester's play.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's not silly to split and hit loose off the 2-point, like a little version of the tempo hit. This one plays itself. Back checker's already split. 11 point is valuable. Bears right down on the 5-point, which is what you want to make. Well, this is a monster double.
You have to take some of my.
All right, Antoinette's within 4 of the goal line. A double and a gammon wins the match.
It was too early.
You need exactly 4 to go. You don't have to be terribly shy about taking the cube unless there's a big one-way gammon going on. All right, play for no contact. Not sure, even if it's the right play, not sure I do it. All right, hit them both is perfectly reasonable. Get in, anchor somewhere. Well, it didn't anchor anywhere. Maybe just three checkers down to the 9-point. Build something later. There, the point is worth something, and the builders are worth something both. This looks much better than, for instance, making the 2 or making the 4. Cute. Yeah, I think she should actually sweep them both. Sweep the leg. And she's got the 2-point built. Phil is, well, this looks prettier short term. Now Phil just needs to hit with a 4 or a 3. Ace 3, that counts. Antoinette will hit back if it's legal. We're fighting for the fights for the 4-point now. Yeah, she's basically forced to hit back. Doesn't really want to split out to the 18. Nice.
You're supposed to feel it.
Now Phil would like to 4 and hit 2 checkers.
Like this. Aren't you supposed to be a little scared? It's me.
I don't know if he's trying to give her a lesson or razzing her. If there's sound on, I don't hear it. 5-3, that's a hit. Now Antoinette wants to hit back too, but she also kind of needs a high anchor if she can't hit back. And that is not a high anchor, so come in with a 5 as forced and must hit. Every so often Phil dances. But things of, well, Phil keeps hitting the shots. 4, 5. Yeah, I think so. Hit them all, touch them all. Now she needs a 5 or at least a 3 to stave off the attack. Preferably a 5 and a 3. And that's no good. I think Phil can, whether she's got to take or not, it's not Phil's problem. He should double. It's a bit of a mess. Now, he hasn't actually built a second point in his board yet, but she's got 5 checkers back. All right, this has the earmarks of a garbage take, but the match score may be enough to scare me away. Let's see what happens. I like it.
Teach you that?
He's razzing her or giving her lessons or something. And that's a cover and a hit. Exactly what he planned to do. Now she needs a 5, and her take looks pretty good. Get both checkers in, better yet. Roll a 5. Double 4s would be fine. Double 2s is pretty good. I think, let's bring them both in and then stop and take a look. Get your hands out of the way. Stop and take a look. It might be right. Might be right to make the 21 point. All right, hit. Go for the gusto. Go for the gusto. If he dances now, it's exciting. In, but can't make a new point. In fact, can't do anything. Yeah, I guess.
How's that for a
I
point?
guess, plan B, slot the 4 point. Okay, 1's hitting the outfield, but he really wants to knock off the 5 point. She really wants to knock him off the 5 point.
Slotting the 4 points.
I thought about
I don't know. Might be right to hit that. She can't. This back game's not gonna have the timing. I think she should have tried to go forward. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I don't see anything better. Now get off the back points. You want to try to play an outfield holding game, not a back game. So step up step up with that and then go to the 8.
I feel very honored.
Don't leave any extra shots. Try to keep all your checkers in play. Hope he doesn't fill in his 4 point, and then either get it yourself or hop your spare out into the outfield. Well, interesting time to consider running. And if he doesn't run and just stacks up all his spares, what's that accomplish? Just hopes to build the 4 point next turn. She should get out from the 23 point no matter what. Of course, that's blocked. So much for that idea. Yeah, maybe she should have come down off the mid and let him hit if he wanted to. I think he should hit. If he doesn't hit, he does that? Now she can potentially attack him, which, she can still win this going forward. Hit them both. Yeah, good play. Hit them both. All even, and he dances. That's odd. But can't do anything. All right, you need to hop out of there with the checker on the spare on the 23 point. That's arguably more important than covering the blot. So hop out with that, and then I think you can cover the blot. I don't know why you're leaving a direct shot anyway, so you might as well have your 5 point. All right, now we got counter-attacking chances. 4s hit, 3s cover, 1s and 2s and 5s hit the other checker. Let's hit and cover. What's the problem? Now if Phil dances, Antionette is, not only did he not dance, he rolled arguably his best shot. All right, well, this what I said had no timing for a back game might have a little bit of timing, but it's not a back game yet. Come on in with double 4s or double 2s. Still try to catch something coming around before he's bearing off. But if Phil goes fast enough, Antionette could hang on to the timing here, and this would be. What did he just do? That's it. That's legal, I think. Okay, don't come in on the 1. Come in on the 2 or the 4. Keep your checkers spread out. Yeah, just what I said not to do. Okay, Phil would still like to make his 4 point. but cannot. Oh, look, stack them all up. If he doesn't stack them up, what's plan B? Cut with the ace-5 nonsense. At least if you roll an ace this time, put it with a 3 or a 4. All right, this is good. 5-2 is a cute shot. 5-4, there is no 4, just a 5 off.
Do that.
Getting pretty naked over there.
All kinds of awkward numbers next turn.
I'm not. I'd like to be you
I understand.
in many ways.
I'd like to be me too.
I want to be you.
Okay, 6-2 is poopy. 5-3, 5-4. 3-2 is not going to work. Okay, any 4 or combination 2s and 3s. Any 4. And if she dances, this could get even messier.
Nice roll.
All right, now be careful with your 2s and, well, 2s are okay. The 3s are awkward here. Boxes are awkward here. All right, now there's going to be repeat. This thing that didn't have any timing has great timing now. Oh, ho, ho! Worst possible roll. Absolute worst possible roll. Still, any 5 is bad. 6 is forced. I think, yeah. Okay, 2 or 4-1-1-1. There's still recurring problems. 3-1 is not right. Slither on up. Okay, 5s are bad. 5-2. Now what? I guess you got to just lift it. Okay, aces. Aces. Any ace. Catch one block, we might get 4 or 5. I think you want that point. Okay, look at this. 6-5 is stuck. 1-1, great shot. The only question is that the right way to play it? Well, he didn't even look at it. Oh, there was no other way to play it without leaving a shot. Okay, so we wait for our 1, 2, spread them around. I don't think you want them together. You probably want to spread the checkers around. I guess she's a little worried about being backgammoned. That's a fair point. All right, aces and 4s are blocked and therefore leave shots. 8-5-1 is particularly nasty, or 6-1. 3-2 is a great shot. He dodged, leaving a quadruple boople or whatever it would have been. Okay, watch the backgammon. Yeah, I think you want to hold that. Just take 2 out. See this now if he rolls a 1, it's not a repeating shot. Okay, now he's basically going to hit. See, if she played it the other way, he'd be forced to play 3-2 and leave a direct shot, but there'd be more direct shots later. Now you either want to hit it or stay out. Ace. Ace to make it interesting. Stay out. Okay. Beware deuces. Big doubles takes 4 off. Okay, now we need an ace, and we're getting a little worried about that backgammon. Get an ace. Catch 1, you can catch all 4. Get an ace. Ooh, okay. In with a 5, out with a 4, so everything is free next turn. 2s are better for the backgammon. 2s are better. Yes! Oh my goodness! Poor Antoinette missed 9 million shots and got backgammon for her efforts. Oh dear. That gets it to Crawford.
Sorry.
Wow.
I didn't roll
Wow.
so well, you just rolled lousy. You didn't hit me.
Very, very sad.
Nice roll.
I can't count the number of shots she missed. And then there was that awkward ace-5.
So you think you got it in the bag?
All right.
No. I think you
He's
got
only
it.
got 4 points to go. Gammon is live here.
I'm taking
Gammon, you win a gammon here, and the next game's for the match.
about the score.
Backgammon is essentially meaningless, just saves a free drop.
Wow.
Gammons do no good for
You
Phil.
get a gammon, you win
So
the match.
Antoinette wants a gammon. Phil wants not to be gammoned, but doesn't need a gammon himself. Okay, who got 5-4? Phil did. Earlier in the match, he played 2 down when he was behind 0-2. He's almost certainly going to go the other way here. He does not want any gammonish positions, which means make an advanced anchor or get into a race. I actually wouldn't make the 2, but that's just me. I'd come out with a 6 and down with a 4 and you know, get coverage all over the board and you know, try to wrestle. Okay, he wants his anchor. Slots the 5 good. She wants to hit. Anything that hits, she'll hit. But anything that can hit, will hit.
Kynan, are you winning? You still winning? My hero. Yep, attaboy.
That's a hitter.
I didn't see that roll. Would you roll over?
Yes, I'll roll over.
I was talking to Kynan.
Oh.
You guys are two nefarious characters.
Well, Phil will gladly hit back if he can.
You're not scared of my
Yeah, I guess that's reasonable. Sort of looks prettier in the front court to hit with the 3, but in the back court, I think coming in on the 22 is probably better than coming on the 24. You wouldn't mind making the 22 point here. When your opponent makes his own 2 point, his or her own 2 point, then making their 3 point, you know, basically if nothing else, you can laugh at the 2 checkers out of play behind you. Turn back and cackle. Blow raspberries at them. Whoa, what's that? 1-2, make the 10 point. Now Phil rolls a 4 and everything's fine. If he doesn't roll a 4, everything's not so fine. You want the 10 point, Antoinette, that's for sure. Okay.
I know about it. I've heard it before.
Roll a 4, don't dance. In with a 5, balance with the 2. Make the 4 if you can. Make oops, that's a leaning snouter. Okay, once this match ends, we're taking a dinner break, at least for streaming purposes. Answer a text. All right. I turn around to answer a text from the tournament director saying this is the last streamed match until after the dinner break, which I think runs until 8 o'clock Eastern Time, U.S. It's right now 5:30 Eastern Time, U.S. All right, more text from the organizers. Antoinette's coming around the board. Phil's at least in and playing. I think he's right not to leave any stray direct shots. Just try to build up some kind of board before he hits anything. Antoinette wants to scramble home. That scrambles nicely. It seems to be a good spot to go. I don't see a good reason to do anything else. 3 plus a cover. 10. I think he can hit. He's just almost conceding the game. Is that worried about getting gammoned? Yeah, I'm suspicious about that play. All right, on we go. Yeah, I think just get as close to home as you can. Any 5 or a 4-1. And he's already built his board, so this is good. Boy, oh boy, he's playing. It's at some point, playing to avoid the gammon is also playing to avoid winning. Well, he was right that time. In with a 5, 2 in. See, the problem here is that he's going to just be, well, make that point. Good. At least he saw that he could do that. Antionette needs a 10 or bigger to try to just get out of there. She'll run with pretty much anything. That's annoying, but I think she has to do it. Out with the 6 and bury the 3. I don't know about this. This makes future plays much tougher. Those spare checkers she just did away with are bad. Finally, Phil realizes that some sort of offensive action is required. I think this is right. And this is the other play that frees up the 9s for Antionette. Plus, you know, he's still going to have a problem. Even if she leaves a double shot, she might get out, just run out there, and which I think she should do. I mean, she's chewed up her spares. No, well, she keeps. Well, maybe this time it's right. Now you got a lot of flexibility next turn, and Phil has not shown any propensity to want to hit. All right, here we go. That's an 11. 10 isn't bad. 12s are pretty good. Let's see how 10 works. It's also a 20. 15, 20. All right, now we got Antionette rolls a few double 6s in a row and wins a gammon. That's a start. Now it's not so silly. Bill has 11 crossovers. Antionette has 12. I mean, you know, Antionette rolls another double. She's actually got him. Don't roll any aces, big numbers. Oh, there's an ace. Now we're, all right, Phil, wait for her. She rolled an ace, you roll an ace. That's a good boy. Split something somewhere, okay. 4 off, big. That's not bad. At least it wasn't an ace. Don't mess around, Phil. And he messes around. At some point, sticking a checker on the 5 point might be a good idea, but maybe not yet. All right, no miss. Oh, that's very helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, big doubles, Antionette. 4s are better. 4s are better. Ooh, all right. It's still set up for 3s are better next turn. Needs a 6 without a 5, 1, or 2. By the way, he's not off next turn. Not only does double 5s miss, but 5, 2 misses. Get them all off. Any doubles, any 3s are bigger. Oh, there it is. She showed him how to do it. 5, 2's a miss. Double 5s or 5, 2. Double 5s or 5, 2. Double 5s or 5, 2. Oh, no luck. Very exciting. She very nearly gammoned him. All right. Antionette is now 5 away.
He knows about everything.
Means there's no.
And today, glad to see him back in the
3 of it. We're playing to 9, not 11.
for several years there.
More than 7.
No free drops available. All right, good start for Antionette. A non-number, double, take. Don't forget to hit your clock. Take. Now, a gammon wins for Antionette. A simple win ties the game, and it's double match point. Oh, there. Well, it's, she's already escaped, filling all the holes. I wonder if he didn't play that too fast, if maybe making the 5 point and stepping up was a better idea. Wouldn't have worked. All right. I think just everybody down, or down and cover and slot. That's fine also. There's some awkward numbers here. That's not one of them. I don't think you want to leave all shots. So, you know, the spare on the 8 point is almost as good as the spare on the 9 point because there's only 2 on the 8 point until now. Does nothing. Still not sure. Maybe the ace shouldn't have stepped up in the back, but every so often people make the 23 point, but I'm not sure this is the time for that either. All right, Phil. Just sitting on everything. Antionette has some awkward numbers. Well, that's one of them. All right, hit him on the 2. Now, if he dances, is bad. If he hits him, gets hit back, it's bad. Come in, and does he really want? Well, he didn't think about it too long. I guess he's just trying to save the gammon, but he's also diminished his winning chances. That might have gammoned him if he'd stayed spread out. Okay, now Antoinette's a pretty big favorite, just to, you know, cruise past him and not win a gammon, but not lose the game. How's yeah, she's not anywhere near box proof. She could still have something funny happen and lose this race. That is nice to make that point. Yeah, maybe it's a good idea. 6-2. Color and slither. Now try to roll something that spreads your checkers out and gets off the 9 point. That gets off the 9 point. All right, that made the race a little less close. Bill can close his board. Watch the 4s and 1s. Watch 4s and 1s. Double 4s is sort of nasty. 6-1, there's a shot. Yeah, just leave the 11, don't leave 13. Any 3 basically wins the match. 3 for the match. 3 for the match. Everybody takes a drink of water. I saw the ace first. Antoinette's in deep doo-doo. He's got some small single-digit chance of winning this. Maybe Phil will roll 6 or 7 1s, 2s, and 1 2s in a row. Nah, no luck. Okay, double 6s leaves a shot. You got something to root for. That's not it. Now nothing leaves a shot. Nothing leaves a shot again. Now, if Antoinette dances, 6-5 leaves a shot. Okay, give her a chance. Ooh! Now she has to dance, and then 6 numbers leave shots. Dance for a start. No! Second worst enter number. She's basically toast at this point. Almost dead on all numbers. Roll until the guy has no checkers left. Don't worry about resigning if it's possible or not possible. Every so often you roll quadruple 6s and take 15 checkers off. All right, congratulations, Phil. Nice fight, Antoinette.
Thank you, KG.
We're on dinner break.
Can't wait to hear
I'm
the
not
commentary.
sure.
Nice.
I think we're back at 8 o'clock Eastern time, U.S.
Like us.
And
Come to
we'll
Jamaica.
see who's up.
Best-
I may or may not be back, but I've enjoyed talking myself hoarse and watching the match with you all. Thank you very much.
Good luck in the rest of the matches, Antoinette.